Warning: the following content contains high-level profanity, zero respect for your trash waifus, and enough edge to withstand Saitama's serious punch. If you're a sensitive little bitch, swipe away now. You've been warned.
Welcome to the edge, boys.
I have to hand it to you, One Punch Man fans. You've managed to make the selection process a living hell. I mean, this has to be the show with the least amount of female characters in existence. I've seen more gender diversity at a construction site. There are so few options that I actually had to take Mosquito Girl into consideration for a split second. And FYI, for anyone out there who needs to hear this, no. Absolutely, objectively, no. I don't care how adventurous you are, there are some lines you just don't cross. And frankly, you need to burn that bitch with fire ASAP. Stay sane, kids. All right, now the list is actually starting to get interesting. We're kicking things off for real with the monster princess, Do S. At least this one looks more human-like. Look, I'm a fan of a little extracurricular activity and some BDSM as much as the next guy, but this bitch is operating on a completely different frequency. She's packing some heavy heaters that could easily double as neck support, and she's complementing that rack with a minimalist outfit, just the way I like all my sluts. And let's not forget about that tongue. I can think of a few handy tricks she could pull at my place and all over me. But let's get one thing straight. I don't do the slave thing. In any scenario I'm involved in, if there's any punishment being handed out, I'm the one holding the whip. I'm the judge of this show, and I'm the master of my own domain. But being the master doesn't mean I'm looking for a community project without checking the maintenance records first. Honestly, she looks like a public utility at this point. I'm pretty sure the entire Hero Association and half the Monster Kingdom have already checked in to update their power levels between those legs. So yeah, I'd smash, but only from the back while wearing a full-body hazmat suit and making her sign a 50-page liability waiver first. I'm adventurous, not suicidal. Next up, we have Lin Lin. Look, she's got that classic Hidden Lotus aesthetic, with the hair buns and the whole Street Fighter vibe. It's cute, I guess, but let's look at this from a more tactical perspective. What I really appreciate is how incredibly compact and flexible she is. You know for a fact she can hold a position that would put a normal girl in the hospital for a month. And the rack? It's sized with absolute taste. No back support needed here, just pure aerodynamic perfection that fits right in the palm of your hand. Compared to the girls in our world, she actually knows how to handle herself. I can already think of a few unique karate moves I'd like her to demonstrate at my place, in a very private, closed-door session. But here's the real genius of Lin Lin. She's the ultimate social camouflage. She's the kind of girl you bring home to meet the parents just to show them you appreciate tradition. Mostly so they'll finally stop the interrogation at every family dinner about when you're gonna find a serious girl and settle down. She's the perfect cover story for a lifestyle they'll never understand. In short, she's low maintenance, high flexibility, and parent approved. A rare triple threat that checks every box. Definitely a smash. Next up is the one all of you simps have been waiting for, Tatsumaki. She's vibrant, she's wearing a simple yet highly seductive outfit, and let's be real, she looks questionably illegal, so I can see exactly why you're interested. But don't let the lost child aesthetic fool you. This is a 28-year-old woman with the temperament of an 8-year-old who just found out the Wi-Fi is down. Physically, she's the definition of a pocket-sized asset. Incredibly compact, and that high-slit black dress, it's minimalist, efficient, and frankly, it's exactly the kind of visual my eyes like to feast on. But dealing with her, that's a whole different story. Personality-wise, you're not looking at a relationship, you're looking at a full-time crisis management position. Imagine trying to manage a Starbucks during peak hour with half the staff missing. It's pure chaos from the moment you wake up. On top of that, there's a massive risk premium involved here.
One bad joke, and congratulations, you're now a permanent part of the local skyline. However, I have to look at the raw power behind that impeccable petite frame. She's a brat, sure, but she's a brat that can rewrite the map, and having her on your side gives you leverage in more places than you can imagine. Look, I'm not marrying for love, I'm marrying for influence and the terrifying thrill of knowing I might not even make it to the honeymoon. So, keep your affairs in order and your life insurance paid up, because this ride is going to be turbulent. And for God's sakes, make sure your side aren't telling or you're a goner. Next. Now for the actual adult in the family, ironically the younger one, Fubuki. Physically, she's the definitive upgrade. While her sister looks like she got lost on the way to middle school, Fubuki is pure high-end dominance. We're talking about the signature emerald dress, the fur coat, and that white pearl necklace. It's a visual flex designed to make you feel inferior before she even speaks. She doesn't just walk in, she takes over the space. In terms of visual appeal, she's the gold standard. And frankly, I just want to put my head between those buffers and just brrrr.
Oh yeah, quality control at its finest.
However, personality-wise, she's a nightmare. She's got a massive inferiority complex regarding her sister, which makes her obsessed with status. She'd rather be the queen of the losers than just another face among the elites. And here's the real deal breaker, the package deal. You don't just date Fubuki, you're effectively adopting 30 grown men in suits who follow her everywhere like lost puppies. She doesn't want a partner, she wants a high-ranking recruit. She's manipulative, she's needy, and she'll spend the whole night complaining about how her sister is stronger than her while her fan club watches from the hallway. On one hand, she's easily the most stunning woman in the series. On the other hand, the mental gymnastics required to keep her happy would exhaust a professional negotiator. I guess being a total head case just runs in the family. So, in a word, smash. But let's be clear, I'm showing up for the physical performance and leaving before the rest of her group arrives to turn a private session into a multi-partner disaster. It's a solo mission only. I'm in for the main event, but I'm hitting the emergency exit the second a suit and tie shows up. Next.
And finally, we're digging through the scrap heap for the shadow herself, Lily. Look, we've already covered the big bosses, so now we're stuck with the junior associate. To be honest, she has so little screen time that I barely have enough footage to cover this segment without it becoming a slideshow of her looking worried in the background. From a strategic perspective, this is a logistical nightmare. If you date Lily, you're not just dating her, you're dating her cult-like devotion to another woman. You'll be mid-sentence and she'll drop everything because Miss Blizzard needs a soy latte or someone to tell her she's prettier than her sister. It's a three-way relationship where you're permanently in third place behind a fur coat and a massive ego. The kill tier is looking way too empty, and she's the perfect sacrificial lamb. Kill that bitch.
So, there you have it. The definitive verdict on a world that has more monsters than actual dating options. Let me know in the comments below which anime you'd like me to do next. Share this with your gooner friend, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.